we just figured out the check. It was because I needed more parentheses. So I should have put I wanted to do 6 divided by negative 2/3. So let's put that in parentheses. Whenever we're plugging in a whole fraction. So it was negative 6 equals negative 6. So we got it right. All right, good. Let's continue on the back page. Oh my gosh, we have some harder ones. Now, if you had, let's say, for example, you had 1/3, 1/2, and 1/6, what would be your lowest common denominator? 6. Why 6? Yeah, they all divide evenly into each other. So that would be our lowest common denominator. So if you see something like this, you need to factor it. And I will tell you right now, most likely that times that is that. Isn't that true? X plus 1 times x plus 6. Is that the same thing as x squared plus 7x plus 6? Yes. So what's the lowest common denominator then? Yeah, x plus 1 times x plus 6. Okay, so now I'm going to use that same strategy of like give this what it's missing, right? So I would be multiplying this one by x plus 6 because what's missing is if I multiply this by x plus 1 times x plus 6, these are going to cancel, right? Minus 5, what am I going to be multiplying the 5 by? Because if I multiply this by the lowest common denominator, x plus 1 times x plus 6, the x plus 6's cancel. And then if I multiply this one by x plus 1 times x plus 6, what's going to happen to the entire denominator? It's gone. And what's left on that side? Just 2. Good. Okay, any questions about how I cleared the fractions? Now we actually have a much easier problem to solve. That's why you love clearing fractions, because I'm going to do distributive property 3x plus 18, right? Look at that. I remembered to distribute. Anybody happy about that? What do I get here if I distribute negative 5? Minus 5x minus 5. Good distribution equals 2. Tell me what to do next. Well, this is linear because these are to the first power, so I'm just going to combine like terms. On this side, I have negative 2x, and what are my constants? Yes. What should I do next? Minus 13. We get negative 2x equals what? Negative 11, and divide by negative 2, and we get x equals 5.5? Yes. If I want to do my calculator check, what I'm going to do is anywhere I see an x, I'm plugging in a 5.5. 3 on your calculator will have to be 6.5 because I'm adding 1, minus 5 over, isn't that 11.5? 6 plus 5.5 is 11.5. Equals 2 over, we don't know if it's equal yet, so I'm going to do 5.5 squared plus 7 times 5.5 plus 6, and you will want that whole thing in parentheses. So let's see on our calculator if that works out. We have 3 divided by 6.5, enter, plus, that's going to take the second answer, actually not plus, minus 5 divided by 11.5. Okay, this is some decimal-y number. Over here on this side, 0.03 about, right? And then if I want to do the next side, I go 2 divided by parentheses, the whole thing, 5.5 squared plus 7 times 5.5 plus, oops, that's minus, plus 6. Close parentheses. I did the whole denominator in parentheses. And bingo, you see that I got the exact same number, right, on both sides. And my check took up so much space that I might need extra paper for this one. Okay, so this is our answer right here, 5.5. And then for the next one, what's the lowest common denominator, everyone? Yes, that's the lowest common denominator. You said the x squared minus 9 is the LCD. That's the factors. That's x plus 3 times x minus 3, correct? So let's talk about how we would clear this then. I know the x minus 3 with the x minus 3 is going to cancel, so I'm going to have 3 times x plus 3. Does everybody see why that is? Minus 7 times what? X minus 3 equals 2. Okay, so not so bad. When we solve this, 3x plus 9 minus 7x plus 21. Does everybody see where I'm getting that? Plus 21? Now what? Yes. Plus 30 equals 2. Tell me my next step. Good. Negative 4x equals negative 28. And you love it when it goes in evenly. You get x equals 7. We haven't seen any right now where if you were to plug in the number, it wouldn't work. But essentially, if that had come up as x equals 3, you would see that that was what we would get as an extraneous solution. Okay, so I'm going to let you, I've shown you how to check it. I'm going to let you check it. I'm going to hope it's right. You can use your calculator to check it. Okay, so go ahead and check that now.